Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Tomb Raider. And you know what? Despite what other people may be saying, I actually really liked it. So you should stay tuned and hear my thoughts because I have some good things to say about it. So you guys know I like to start off my reviews with expectations, and judging by the trailer, I mean, this movie looked okay, but it didn't look like it was adding anything different from what Angelina Jolie had already done, you know? It's like she's raiding tombs. Is the story any different? Besides the Destiny's Child song, like that'll always be, it's been stuck in my head for like a month now. So that part of the preview was good, and Alicia Vikander, who's beautiful and a great actress, she looks amazing, but overall the story did not have me sold. And the only reason that I saw this movie is because I kind of wanted to review it for you guys, and I wanted to check it out because I believe in Alicia Vikander and she's an Academy Award winning actress, so I decided to give it a shot. So Alicia Vikander, she plays Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider, and we find her in a state in her life that's not that great. She's kind of living carefree, she's denying her inheritance, she works as like a bike delivery driver, and overall she's not living up to the Croft family name. Her dad, Richard Croft, who is played by Dominic West, is like this billionaire businessman, and you know, he's missing. The family thinks that he's dead, everyone thinks that he's dead, but Lara doesn't believe so, and she thinks if she accepts her inheritance, that's her admitting that her father is dead and never coming back. So she's involved in a bike accident, and that's where her father's assistant comes in, who's played by Kristen Scott Thomas, the lovely Kristen Scott Thomas. And she tells Lara, like, look, you gotta accept this inheritance or it's basically all of our assets going to be sold off, including your childhood home and your dad's, you know, office, and just everything will be sold off and it's going to be a disaster. So she convinces Lara to come in and reluctantly, you know, get her inheritance. But in doing so, she finds a clue that leads her into her father's office. So when she goes into her father's office, he's got like, her dad's like Bruce Wayne. I mean, they basically live at Wayne Manor. And it's like this secret underground office, and she finds that he's been doing all this research, and he's got like all these things going on that she didn't even know about. She's like, whoa, my dad's not just like this businessman. He actually does really cool stuff. And she finds this video that he left for her in the case that he dies or goes missing. And in the video, he's like, hey, this over here's all my research for the tomb of Himiko, who's like this Japanese body or witch or something like that, who will control life and death on Earth. That's the rumor. And Lara doesn't really believe in magic or any of that other stuff. All she cares about is like, I want to find my dad, and I'm going through all this, and my dad says to burn these, but I'm not going to burn them because they show me where I can go and find him. And that's how we go, and we're on an adventure with her. She goes to China, and she meets up with this Chinese man, whose father also went missing, who she believes was on the ship with her father that went away 7 years ago. Gosh, I'm exasperated because they say 7 years, 7 years, 7 years, 7 years, 7 years, like 10 times. We get it. He's been gone for 7 years. We understand it's been 7 freaking years. But he's been gone for 7 years, and they go on this journey off the coast of China to find this island that's basically uncharted, but from the clues that she's gotten from all of her father's notes, she knows that she can get there with this man, and they end up on the island, but they crash, and that's kind of how the story goes. So overall, what did I like about this movie? One thing that I liked, it's kind of like what I said in the beginning, like it doesn't rewrite the wheel, you know, it's dumb action film, and I kind of had to remind myself going into it, like this is fantasy action. You know, she's going to be doing things that Lara would do in the video game. And I think when you have that mindset and you realize like, look, this isn't real world. She's not James Bond. She says in the film, you know, the girl she's fighting, she's not a superhero. I think that's kind of them telling you like, look, she's not a superhero, and she's also not this person in the real world. She's Lara Croft. She's a video game. She's going to do things that are a little bit above and beyond even Alicia Vikander and her new body and physique can even do. And that's okay because I enjoy the action. I like the way it's filmed. It's kind of exhilarating. The plot points and what goes on isn't different. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But overall, the action is good. It's well shot. It looks good. And I appreciate that for what it is. Another thing that's really good about this movie is Alicia Vikander. I mean, I like that she really committed to this role because when she was cast, people told her the internet, she's too skinny, she doesn't have big enough boobs, her body, her physique does not match what Lara Croft is in the video games, and hats off to her for putting on the weight, and you can see it. I mean, the girl's ripped, and not only just the body, but like her acting is really good. Angelina Jolie's a great actress too. That's what this franchise has gotten right so far, is they're choosing actresses who can act. My only gripe is they're acting in stories that aren't necessarily so good. So overall, I did enjoy the film, but I don't necessarily think I enjoyed the ride, because it's like plot points that it's like, okay, we kind of know what's going to happen next, and that's okay because I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, but that doesn't give an excuse that they couldn't have given Lara a different adventure to go on that was a little bit refreshing. It's kind of like being on a roller coaster and you've been on it before, you've been on one similar, and you're like going up and down, and you're liking the roller coaster, but it's not giving you anything thrilling. You kind of have it memorized. You know what's going to happen. And that's what this movie is like. It's like a thrill ride that you've been on. We all have that one ride at an amusement park that we've been on 100 times, and it just isn't anything new. And I think that Alicia Vikander, I think that this Lara Croft, which rocked, and I hope we get another one, I think in the next one she deserves a story that's a little better than her ending up on an island and she's got to go to a tomb because this monster is going to control life and death on Earth. Like, that's so simple. That's like something, it's like, yeah, that's the pitch, let's do it. It's okay. Next time, I think that she deserves better. Another thing that I didn't like was the villain. Walter Goggins, he plays this character, he's very two-dimensional, and that's not his fault that his character is two-dimensional, but it's kind of like he's a foe to her father, Richard, and their foe archaeologist, and her dad doesn't want this to get out because obviously he doesn't want the world to die. And the guy, Goggins is on the he's on the island, and the only reason he's still there is because his boss has told him, as part of the Trinity, like, you can't leave until the job is done. And so he's a big bad meanie. It's like, okay, but give me more than that. Like, you can't just be mean because you accepted a job that you knew you weren't going to be able to get off the island until you did it. Like, don't be so mean. Don't be so bitter. And he keeps saying, oh, excuse me, I'm just crass because I've only had the person on the phone to talk to for how many years? 7 years. But it's like, well, what about all these 40 minions that you got? Like, that doesn't work for me. You can't just be an a-hole just because you're bitter that things aren't going the way that you want them to. And as a foe to Lara, I think he's more of a foe to Richard than he is to Lara. And I know that in the movie, he mentions that he's hurt Richard in the past, but like, I don't know. It's like Lara deserves a villain, a foe that matches her intelligence, matches her physical prowess. And I hope that if they do make another film, they need to make a film where the villain is someone that Lara can truly be her juxtaposition. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like he was a memorable enough villain for Lara to really make difficult decisions. And so that's something that I didn't like too much. I didn't really like him, and I think in the future they should come up with a better villain. So, should you guys see this movie? I think yes, but I think that you should rent it. I don't necessarily think you should go to the movies because it's not anything that's like, whoa, I've never seen this before, this is so cool. It's not like that. But you should rent it. You should see this film. If you have a day where you have nothing else to do and I don't know, you really want to go see a movie and you see this, I don't think you'll be disappointed, but overall I think you can wait to rent it, wait for Netflix, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll like the film. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching my review. Have you seen the film? Did you like it? Did you not like it? So please leave a comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts, and I will see you guys on the next review. Bye.